Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining Digital Course Materials, an integral part of learning continuity planning. I'm Jeff Collins, a product director at Red Shelf. I have over 25 years in the higher education publishing industry in the development of courseware platforms, integrated services offerings, and systems implementation with colleges and universities.
And I'm Jenna Boswell, a sales director with Red Shelf. I've been with the team for about 4 years now, and in that time, I've been working closely alongside institutions to assist them in making the transition from physical textbooks to digital textbooks.
If you're not familiar, Red Shelf is a Chicago-based ed tech company helping to make education both more affordable and effective through the use of digital instructional resources. We've seen that institutions grapple with planning in the age of the coronavirus. An urgency has been built around topics like accelerating the shift from print to digital instructional materials and expanding the use of course-wide digital models such as inclusive access. Today, we're going to explore why distributing digital course materials directly to students through a seamless learning management system integration is the right solution now, and in the future, guaranteeing affordability, accessibility, and learning continuity, whether students are online, on campus, or somewhere in between. We've heard experts all across our field speculate about the future of higher ed. While we don't have the insights or the answers that these experts do, we know that there is looming uncertainty for the next few academic terms, especially for students, the faculty, and the institutions. We see these challenges spanning across several different areas of higher education, with some including operational upheaval, financial uncertainty, accessibility challenges, and educational quality concerns. For operational upheaval, as we all know, the rapid closing of campuses caused huge operational considerations. In addition, the subsequent layoffs and furloughs obviously have major implications going forward for operations and capacity. And in the course material space specifically, campus bookstores are grappling now with how to predict inventory and how to operate with reduced staff. For financial uncertainty, institutions are facing a harsh reality when it comes to financial sustainability. Concerns around deep statewide funding cuts, loss of endowment value, room and board refunds, lost sports revenue, and of course the fact that forecasting enrollment and related tuition revenue has become hugely challenging. For accessibility challenges and the move to online instruction, many of the improvisational tools being used have revealed accessibility issues. Instructors recording themselves and posting to YouTube or sending PDFs to their students to read are things that just don't work for students with disabilities. And the thing is, only a fraction of those with disabilities ever reveal their status to their school. So most faculty may have no idea who is struggling in that regard. For educational quality concerns and the hassle to move online and often improvise, it's not surprising that there are some legitimate concerns about how that is impacting the quality of education and the increasing dialogue about the need to be using sophisticated digital tools. While we don't have the cure-all to help you overcome all the challenges your college or university may be facing, we do have one solution to help you navigate with the uncertain academic landscape, and that's ensuring learning continuity for students through access to world-class digital instructional materials. So what does digital really mean? It means that both textbooks and publisher courseware can be seamlessly delivered in a dynamic digital format. Ebooks are digitized versions of print textbooks, but typically delivered on an e-reader platform that provides a range of interactivity that you can't get with a print book. Courseware refers to a very robust software that publishers create on various subject matter. It will include the content, assignments, activities, and assessments all in one system. Both ebooks and courseware materials can be delivered via student choice, where the delivery system integrates to support the in-store point-of-sale systems, or white-labeled e-commerce. Or materials can be delivered via inclusive access, a course materials delivery model, which students receive their required materials automatically through their school's LMS. The student launches directly to the relevant ebook and courseware materials from within their LMS courses with a seamless user experience.
Here, we've listed the leading benefits of an inclusive access delivery model. One that's most relevant under current circumstances is the benefit of uninterrupted learning. When our COO's son came home from school missing half of his books because they were back at his dorm, we realized we needed to step in and assist students in continuing their studies. Students needed an immediate virtual solution, and for campuses that had already implemented inclusive access, it was a simple flip of a switch to move additional courses into their existing programs to give immediate access through the LMS. We wound up adding thousands of sections to existing programs. We also broadened that outreach to all campuses through our Red Shelf Responds program, so students could simply access ebooks at no cost on our site. We've now supported hundreds of thousands of sessions to remove that potential interruption in studying for their spring term. Under normal circumstances, IA guarantees that every student has their materials by the first day of class, but it also guarantees that they won't be separated from those materials should, heaven forbid, something like COVID occur again. On top of that, not only does inclusive access make for a convenience factor for students, but it aligns with any affordability initiatives you may have on campus. Almost every campus is looking to save students money where they can. Well, inclusive access allows for unmatched affordability. Digital course materials are always priced dramatically lower than print, but IA pricing is even lower, well below market rates. Now, one of the other major benefits of digital are the data and analytics that speak to what students are doing outside of the classroom. Speaking to the superior student engagement and insights point, sophisticated digital course materials now provide interactivity and analytics you just can't get with print materials. Thanks to built-in study features and collaboration tools, students are more engaged with the content and able to study more efficiently. And thanks to analytics tools, faculty are empowered with insights into how much time learners are spending with the content, where they're struggling, overall usage data, and more. Something that's even more important when there's no classroom time. That takes us to universal accessibility. As we mentioned, many of the improvisational instructional tools being leveraged during this unique period are posing real challenges for students with disabilities. But the most sophisticated digital course materials, like those that Red Shelf offers, have accessibility baked in. So you're sure every student has an equal opportunity to learn without having to complete additional testing. And lastly, operational efficiency and simplicity. When comparing the operational burden associated with the acquisition, selling, and distribution process across print versus digital, it's pretty clear that digital is more operationally efficient. You might have a campus store that's likely going to be left with very little preparation time, not knowing if the store will be open or operating virtually. Add on that a reduced staff capacity and inventory concerns based on uncertain enrollment, and these benefits are only magnified. Digital delivery through the LMS eliminates physical inventory concerns, shipping and storage costs, and the list continues on. So what kind of models could you implement tomorrow? Digital delivery is easy to implement for all institutions, and the option or options you choose will likely depend on your existing campus infrastructure. Here we've broken down the current distribution options we see across most of our campus partners. The traditional digital point of sale would be the most basic distribution model, and that's typically put into place at institutions that have a campus bookstore. It would be an integration through the bookstore's point of sale system to offer the full digital catalog in-store, or more relevant for the current climate, through their online e-commerce. This option allows for on-demand inventory, so there's no over-ordering or waiting on shipping. It's delivered instantly, and you only pay for what you sell. Not only can students purchase ebooks, but they can also purchase access codes for publisher courseware, the Pearson MyLabs or McGraw Connect products. This makes so much sense because you're removing all the pain points associated with stocking a physical item for a digital product. It also ensures that students can use their financial aid to purchase the digital option. Then we move into the different options within inclusive access delivery. Many campuses start with a course-by-course digital IA. This option gives faculty the option to adopt more individual academic departments or colleges into the model. If digital is a newer concept on campus, they may start with only the courses where materials are heavily utilized and closely tied to grading. Whether it's publisher courseware or an ebook, finding the right professors to get it off the ground typically helps expand the program more rapidly. Then we move to campus-wide digital. Other campuses take the digital-first approach and implement inclusive access model across all courses. For Red Shelf, this started with some of our entirely virtual campuses, but has now spread to those that have on-ground and online students, or even hybrid courses. In light of COVID, we've got a number of partners that have expanded their program to this level at a much more rapid pace than they originally anticipated. And lastly, we have our hybrid model. Our hybrid model has gained a lot of traction over the last few years, where digital materials are delivered to all students with availability to include print titles for the few that either don't make sense to be delivered digitally or aren't available in digital format. At this point, that's a very small percentage of most campuses' book lists, so they've removed the need to stock those titles at the campus. So where does Red Shelf come in? Well, we live, eat, and breathe digital course materials. Not only do we have the e-reader that supplies an enhanced digital learning experience, but we've also got the back-end workflow technologies to ensure that you can implement any of these digital programs seamlessly. Maryville University was our first partner to implement the hybrid model I mentioned earlier. They saw the academic benefits of giving students all the materials they needed by the start of class, including digital, print, and even supplies. They wanted a digital-first delivery model, and they didn't see a need to collect a margin. We're always looking for innovative institutions that want to partner with us to keep building relevant solutions despite the constant evolution of this market. When COVID hit, our campuses that had already implemented some level of a digital program did a lot less scrambling than those that hadn't started down that road. If you're looking for a simple course materials solution as part of your contingency planning, digital may be your answer. We're always here to discuss how a digital course materials model may fit into your institution's contingency planning. Please feel free to reach out to us at any time. Thanks so much and have a great day.